Just do that one.
Good, there we go.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, Stefan, Nalani, Adrina, Festina, Andre, Abdul, Ali, and anyone else who might join. There's the greetings are out of the way. Evening. Welcome to today's public engagement session for Ark4Verse Studios. My name is Sean Allen, and we're just going to cover kind of what situation the project is in right now, what stage, and a little bit about what is to come. And we're going to open the floor very early on in the conversation or in this session so that we can have an open discussion about any kind of questions that we have. So that being said, let me get my light switched on so I can put my video right back on. Before we start, would anyone like to say any words, bring any progress to the table that we don't know about yet? Perhaps even Nalani or Fatah. And they're staying on mute. Come on, guys, are you there?
I'm here.
How's it going? Have you got load shedding?
Good. No, I just went to the kitchen quickly. Okay, I'm here.
Okay, hopefully it's not mute shedding. Yeah, so without the mute shedding. Now, following our meeting out in Johannesburg with a few of our members, it looks like the project's getting a lot more traction, a lot of attention, because we've established something very important for a project as young as this, that we're serious and we're real. So a lot of personalities have come together right now. Yesterday we kicked off our first of many training sessions so that we can get people geared to understanding what it is that we're going to do now and next and going forward. The first started yesterday, 2 days prior to that. So Sunday evening, we commissioned one of our first website developer teams that has gotten started with the look and feel of what is Ark4Verse when someone comes to the website. And very happy to say, I mean, we've got a lot of minds there that are being applied. Our teams here are thinking about the message as well as getting information from public spaces for us to really understand how people are going to perceive this, how they want to engage with this. And we're going to do, right now we're doing a lot of training and a lot of listening. Okay, because if this is a project for the people, we also need to know where they are, what they want, how they want to do things. So listening, educating, two very big priorities for our daily tasks right now. Very happy that from Cape Town side, Andre, as Andre met me over at the CTICC, and as we traded some more of the, the physical work behind the project, he's bringing a lot of power to the presence of the Western Cape structure. And we're about to explore options of how we're going to take that power into a larger and more significant footprint across Cape Town. Coming up, it looks like we have to do an engagement for Bloemfontein and George. Dates for those are yet to be confirmed, okay? Because we have a lot of things to do right now. So I'm looking forward to the website personally. You know, for a project like this, our first time in the public space is really important. It needs to be fun, engaging. It needs to show that we have that edge in understanding the landscape of technology. It needs to deliver a message that we care about the education up front of, you know, every other facet linked to Ark4Verse Studios, Ark4Verse platforms, Ark4Verse website and integrations. Education is what we care about the most. Okay, protecting people, making sure they understand what they have, what they can do, how they can do things. It's really, really important that we have an understanding between all of the people that we've brought together so far. And think of all of the big ones, right? Microsoft, Google, Macintosh, Tencent. They started all of them as small, obscure, you know, little businesses out in the garage, maybe one small shared office space. If you look at the way the timelines upon which those kinds of businesses were built, we are moving incredibly quickly for where we are, for the amount of people that already know about us. We haven't even got a product released in the public space yet. And yet we are known now across the world. We're moving incredibly quickly. So another important thing is that as of 12 p.m. tonight, we are no longer actively marketing the S1 shares. So that is coming to an end, which is it's a small relief about having to explain what they are to different people, and, you know, hoping they actually buy them. Puts us into a different space because we would like to retain those their shares, right? If you look at some of the ethics behind investing in stocks, the big boys who invest in stocks, they don't want other people to own those stocks. If it's a good stock, you want to have as much of that stock for yourself as possible. So you want to buy some now, you want to buy some next year, you want to buy some the year after that. Because when you have a business with true intrinsic value over time, you want to own as much of it as possible. And that's what's nice about this project, is it's positioned in Web3, yep, but it's also an intrinsic project, meaning that by the time we register our stocks, by the time we register our shares, they're going to be worth something. So do we want to sell them right now? We want to retain as much as possible. At the same time, we want to get the job done. So it's a very nice time for you to pop in Tolile. Project's been rolling in concept for a very long time, in building relationships and telling people that we're here, we're real, and trying to not say too much about how to and what we are going to do, because the mix of those kind of puts our IP out there. So we've been keeping the intellectual property as quiet as possible. We cannot wait to unveil every single aspect of the project so that we can actually put that on the table and people can go and unpack and dissect. And when that day comes, it's going to be very, very special, because people are going to be talking about why this was such a well-kept secret, why the schematic or the functional and architectural spec of the software wasn't released too early. It's going to be a whole lot of fun watching people actually go and say, this was Ark4Verse, and if we peel away the layers, this is what happened there, that's what happened there, that's what happened there. And this underlying concept, we're going to get a lot of wows one day. So I'm really enjoying that we've got this small, very powerful friendship and business partnership going, in a collaboration with South Africa, Pakistan, India, UK, Bahrain, Dubai, USA. And I believe we've got a couple of interesting meetings coming up. One now this Friday. Andrea, I hope you can maybe join me on that. Where there's a mix of Finland and the UK as well. Okay, so I think I've said a lot here. I'm going to advise, as always, like if you really want to understand what was said, check the recording, replay it. And these recordings up until these ones, and perhaps the next one or two, these recordings are pretty much the only update space we have. So if somebody wants to contact me, you've all got access to my number within the Telegram group. Please do reach out. Let's have a conversation going. I love coffee. If you're in Cape Town side, I love coffee. We can have a sit down, have a coffee. If you're out in George, Nalani's there. If you're out in Johannesburg, I don't know if I can invite people to you, Stefan. You can do that yourself on this call.
I just want to add that the networkers is coming together very beautifully now. One of our networkers has got 1,300 YouTubers alone. So once we kick off, it's going to be boom. They're working hard.
That's
Yep.
wow. Did you just use the word boom in an Ark4Verse session?
Yes, we're going to go boom.
I haven't heard that boom. Boom. I've seen that in lots of platforms and projects. I haven't heard that one here yet. Yeah, boom will be quite the understatement. I've seen a lot of booms, and I've been there for a lot of booms, and those booms went boom, and it went boom, and my wallet went meh. Literally, my wallet was KB lame on the whole thing. I was just like, what's going on? Where's the boom for me? Everybody's going boom. Everybody's happy. Everybody's on their ship when they launched out another project. I won't mention here. Yeah, it takes time to create a masterpiece. This one is our masterpiece, and
Yes.
very proud of the people that are coming together for this. I see Ali's been here from the beginning of the call. Yogi's joined us. Yogi, welcome, bro. You're welcome to say something tonight if you'd like. I'll be very happy if you did. Yogi's been writing some very inspirational pieces about the project, which he sends to me on a regular basis. He's seeing a lot of what Ark4Verse is, and I think he's been thinking about it a long time before we met. So I'll say it one more time. We're not actually building something brand new. We're just building what everybody's thinking. Right? So with that being said, let's open the floor for anybody who would like to ask any questions. I'm going to open the chat and see if anybody said anything. There we go. Do you guys have a website to check out? I might have answered that during the course of this meeting. The website is being constructed as we speak. We kicked off development on that on Sunday evening. Oh, okay. And something really interesting about our project is that by the time we actually are in the market, we won't just have one dev team. There will be a plethora of different dev teams, probably around 12. Okay, it's about 12 to keep this thing all together. 12 different dev teams. We've got hundreds of people in networks. Our name has been mentioned and has been uttered to people and places and companies all around the world without so much as an endpoint. We've been planting seeds for a very long time. If anybody's interested in being on board the networking component from our shareholders, then please reach out to Stefan, Nalani, Fatah, so that we can get you added into another group where we are focused heavily on education right now, educating about the facets geared to our current stage in Ark4Verse, which is the selling of the ICO, which is coming up, the NFTs, launching our token. Our token will be a fair launch, guys. Okay, so we're not going to go and own 50% of it and ask everybody to buy it so that we can throw it out at the top. We're not going to launch a rug pull token. We're not going to launch a proprietarily owned supply of the token. That will be a fair launch. The people who are here early get to buy them first. Okay, we're not going to fund this project by rug pulling a whole bunch of people. We're going to create a token give them a reason to buy and hold it. Okay, and we get to retain trade fees of that token, but not that we're going to go and pull out of the liquidity of our loyal trading, of our loyal token holders. Okay, once they hold that token and Ark4Verse launches, we then give the token holders the airdrop of the tokenized asset for the underlying Ark4Verse Studios monetary system. Everyone, does anyone understand what I just said? So if they're holding our token, if they buy our token, they're holding our token, and Ark4Verse has reached a state where the stage of deployment, they get the Series 1 GOT asset tokens. Okay. Then, if they're still holding their tokens, so they still didn't sell it, they got their tokens from A4V on Series 1. If they're still holding it with, by the time we reach Series 2, they get the Series 2 and the Series 3 and the Series 4. So once they buy those, they can keep them in perpetuity and keep getting more and more and more of the airdrop tokens at the milestones alongside the growth of the project. So that's very different to any other project out there. We are doing this based on milestones, based on actual sales, based on actual profit. That drives the asset economy in the underlying tokenized asset of Ark4Verse. It's just really funny that, you know, one day when this is out there, we're going to look back and see, oh, we had like 11 or 12 people on these calls. Sometimes we had 5, sometimes we had 4, sometimes we had 30, 40, 50. And we can only appreciate why it was so small while it was so small. Okay, so if everybody wants to help in the community channels, please reach out. Stefan, myself, Fatah, Nalani, even Andre. Reach out to Andre so that we can get you brought into the educational channel where you can have a foothold on Ark4Verse above and beyond just being a participant. All right, guys, as I mentioned, going to open the floor. Questions. If there are no questions, I'm also happy with that. But if there are lots of questions, let's go for it.
Looks like everybody fell asleep, Sean.
Yeah, okay, have you got your hand up?
You need to give a few shouts here and there.
What can I do?
Sean, sorry to
Yes.
interrupt you. Are you able to hear me?
Now we can hear you.
There is a heavy rainfall going out, and the Zoom meeting is getting disconnected every 15 to 20 seconds, and it's reconnecting. So I'm missing out on what exactly is going on.
He's gone again.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a shame. Yeah, cool. Kolasile, can I ask you a few questions? Do you mind? Okay, all right. Yeah. Kolasile is typing because of the network, and this network issue is such a problem. Yeah, cool. I mean, Kolasile, so you joined from a notification. How do you know about Ark4Verse? Who brought you? And you know, what kind of background do you have? Where do you stem from? What kind of what are you, a crypto participant? Or are you somebody's friend that is their first time in the space? Maybe you'd like to share something, something about your background. I bet he's typing now. Like, but you got to be typing like crazy now. Oh, ask me a question on voice chat. I'm gonna have to tell him now, right now. No, you don't have to worry about it too much, bro. Okay, I'll wait and see if he's typed anything. Would anyone like to ask any questions, mention anything? Because everybody else that is here has been here for the last couple of days' meetings.
Hi, Sean. This is my first time that I'm here. I would like to know, why was I selected to come here tonight?
This is your first time here in the Tuesday public meets.
Yes.
Oh, okay. The Tuesday, so this session every Tuesday, 8 o'clock SAST. It's a chance for anyone that's just been out there, doesn't know what's happening, that they can just come into a public space. So this group's link, or this Zoom's link, is actually a link that we open to the public, and that anyone can bring anyone into. So if it's your first time here, that's pretty cool. Because
Yeah,
we've spoken lots of times.
I've got the notification through my calendar. I just saw it pop up on my screen and I went in.
Stefan, brilliant. Stefan's got our invitations going out straight into people's calendars. I like it.
No. I didn't do that. I don't know how that happens. The only two places where you can find the Zoom link is in the Ark4Verse S1 group, and in the Kana group in the Zoom announcements. That's the only places where the link is posted. It's not connected to any calendars.
Okay. I went to my groups and the link wasn't there. I didn't see any invites for Zooms. So I went back to the top of my phone and I scrolled down, and then I found the invitation there on my calendar. Noticed that I was supposed to go here.
Oh,
No,
it is a recurring.
That's very strange.
It is a recurring invitation. So if someone does add it to their calendar once, it's going to add it for the calendar to their calendar every week.
Yeah, if they add it from the link, yes. But you need a link before you can add it to your calendar.
Exactly, and I didn't add it to my calendar. This just happened. It just popped up.
Which Telegram groups are you in, Brina?
The 8-4 Ark4Verse, and I think all the ones that Sean wanted me to be in, I'm in them, on WhatsApp and on Telegram.
That's still strange that you didn't you open the link at one other stage and accidentally add it to your calendar?
No, my friend, I did not do that.
That's very, very strange. Sean, can you think how did it happen?
Somebody would.
I have no idea.
Yeah, somebody would have to do. I don't know how to do that without somebody accepting, an invitation. It has to be on an authorized device with the Gmail account also linked on that device.
Yes, definitely. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah.
It's just, it's not logical.
Okay. Well, okay. I hope that answers your question, and maybe not to your satisfaction, but there's nothing we can do here to automatically add it to people's calendars. Yeah. Okay. Great. Kolasila has replied, this is my first time joining. I started on UFarm, lost money, then joined Stefan's Telegram group. Okay. Yeah, have you started with UFarm? Was UFarm was that your first platform ever? Okay, okay. Yeah. You're probably going to learn that the people in this group, myself included, we've been on hundreds. We've been on lots of those platforms. We've been on every single growth on your money. And this is the reason why we are building Ark4Verse as our own project. Because we've all experienced the unsafety, you know, that unsafe kind of environment and the psychology that goes alongside it. Like once you're invested in something, you believe in it, right? And even when you see the signs of this thing is, you know, not very true, like they're promising to pay so much money that the world doesn't even have the money to sustain it. And we're here to make sure that you actually have something that can sustain over time. So if you've only been on UFarm and let's say this is your second project, you're waiting for Ark4Verse to build, you're extremely lucky. We've lost money for years in hundreds of different places. Sometimes people do okay, you know. Sometimes people make their money back. Sometimes they make 2, 3, 4, 5x. Good networkers that have a very powerful work ethic, they make good money as well along the way. But essentially, there is always a risk when it comes to investing in different platforms. Once we've built this, you will know exactly what you are in, how much you're going to make, and how much you're going to make over time. So we will be removing all of the risk from the digital space for all of our people and audience. So good space to be in, man. You know, good space to be in. There are no people in this project higher than the people on the Zoom call right now. Right? So yes, everyone who knows what's going on is right here. And we've got control. You will have control. So good place to be. I hope it didn't touch you too bad, the platform that you were on there. So I would say, like, you know, stay tuned, start bringing your friends. The best thing people can do while we're developing, while we're getting further with progress in Ark4, best thing they can do, build a network. You know, get some people interested, knowing that, okay, this thing is really here, it started. Even if it takes us 2 months or 5 or 6 or 7 months, you've got all these people that you are going to help along the way. Ark4Verse will help people. Ark4Verse will help people. That's what it's designed to do. And I guess here from my side, I'm going to say, okay, thanks for the reminder. I've ran 1 minute over the time here. And I'm going to say thank everybody for coming again. Mr. Yogi, if you can hear me, we'll touch base on a call. Would anybody like to say some words as we wrap up? That's it from my side.
It looks dead quiet, Sean. Recording will be up in about, depending on thunderstorms and lightning, in the next hour or so. That's it. Then we can wrap up.
To everybody, thank you for coming. Stefan, thank you for facilitating and always being there, as always. Festina, Nalani, Nico, Kolasile, welcome. Abdul, Drina, Andre, and Ali. Good night, guys.
Night.
Good night, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.